So I recently got this Lamborghini installed onto my television, but you know what I like more than Lamborghinis?
Knowledge.
So one of the keys to self-improvement is reading books. Everybody knows that, right? We all know that. But if you were to build a TV stand to hold your books, every time you watch TV, you'll be reminded of how much a disappointment you are to your mother. Or I guess you could put some DVDs there, or some VHS tapes, whatever you want to do. But let's get started with this project and figure out how to best design it.
It's day one. It's going to be about a 2 or 3 day project because really we have certain things that we need to wait for the glue to dry for. You ready? Let's do it. Every time we plane, we started at 7/8 because that's what he bought. We're going to plane it down to 3/4 because it'll be nicer to work with. And every time we plane it, that thing goes, I think it goes about 1/8 of an inch at a time. And so we're going to do a half turn each time until we get down there.
So we just finished planing, and now we're going to move on to our second step, where we are going to do some light sanding, and then we're going to glue them together.
Get out of here, you don't know what you're doing. So for our next step, we're going to do something called joining, which means, so you see this edge?
Mm-hmm.
And when you get it from the lumberyard, these aren't smooth. And so we got to smooth it out so that we can cut it and get it to the sizes we need it to be. We've just joined the edges here, and now they're nice and straight. So we're just going to clean up this other side with the table saw. It'll be faster, and then we'll be ready to select what we want to use, and then we'll glue them together, and that'll be our bottom slab. If you notice with that first one we cut, it was the perfect size, so it was 11, but these other ones are not. So we've got to glue them together, and we're going to try to make them match as much as possible. So this board right here is actually a perfect match for this one here. It looks really good, and Grady likes the pattern. So, yeah. So now, all we gotta do is flip these up, put our glue on. This is a really simple thing since it's just one joint. Now, just so we got it all clamped. Notice we put a few on the top and a few on the bottom, and that will help us keep it from buckling in on itself.
Alright, take them off, big boy. Maybe I should do a time lapse because this is going to take forever. We've just planed these down again. One quick plane on both sides to clean them up. This one is actually 2 pieces glued together, and so we were able to run them through the planer, thankfully. These are similar to dovetails, but basically I just sketched it out to see what we would get from this piece, since it is a little smaller, and it looks like we're gonna have enough for this many squares, but then we might have to cut that off depending on how it looks. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut these down to the pieces we need to put it all together, and we should be good to go.
this is the jig that we're going to be using to cut our box joints. Basically put your board right here, you run it through like that, and then once you run one through, you slide it in there and it locks you in for the next one, and you basically just keep going until you got enough joints. So,
and that's going to be what goes into this.
yep.
Cool. So this time you're going to be doing it kind of opposite.
Yeah. So, since I want to do that, I can flip it.
Yep.
Right? So,
Yep. Perfect. Cool.
so this is our mate, our imaginary piece. So let's see how it fits in there. Yeah, it's gonna work.
We're in the final stages of our TV stand. Right now we did some measurements and we put this piece of wood in the middle so it doesn't bow. And what we're going to do is we're going to nail it with a nail gun. And then we'll be done with this part.
So now we've nailed it, and I'd say it's pretty perfect. Grady just has to take it to his car. Look at those muscles. When I originally told him that we could do it, I told him it would take
2 days.
2 days. In reality, it took us 3 months.
Christmas doesn't count.
It's just challenging because we have day jobs. Now you can create this channel and make it reality by hitting the like button. Every time you hit that like button, it sends $1,000 directly to our bank account. Do is try to put in some shims into these wide spots. Grady finished up the stain on it. He darkened it a little bit, and yeah, it turned out really nice. What you got there? Now we're just gonna get Mr. Felix to lacquer it, and we will be done. Here we have the clone of the TV stand. It looks like that one had a baby.
It's a smaller baby.
A better looking baby. Well, I hope that was helpful. Probably not, but if you want to just order this TV stand, we have a link to our website in the description. I promise it won't take 3 months.